Watch this, bitches.
Sure, there's a lot.
Did you hear about this new Sonic the Hedgehog movie starring James Marsden?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that was a thing. I guess Paul Rudd said no, thank you.
That seems like if you have to cast somebody to be in a Sonic the Hedgehog live action / animation movie, James Marsden's been there plenty of times.
I was going to say
before.
he is the hop guy.
Yeah, he's the hop guy. He was also in Enchanted.
That is true. Although that doesn't have that much animation with human interaction, I guess.
It has some.
Yeah, I'm not saying it has none. I'm just saying it's
Early on, it definitely has some.
Mm-hmm. I like that movie.
Who doesn't?
I don't know. Probably Cheapy.
I haven't seen it. Hop?
No, Enchanted.
Is that the Rapunzel one?
No.
No. That's Tangled.
Yeah.
Enchanted is the Giselle one.
Who? What?
It's Amy Adams, like one of her first movies, too.
I don't think I know that. I think I escaped that.
Well, it's cute.
You know what else is cute?
What?
Solo, a Star Wars story.
So on our scale of 1 to 10, 10 being The Empire Strikes Back, and 1 being the Star Wars Holiday Special.
No, Mrs. GP made me rank all the Star Wars movies at dinner.
There aren't that many. It's not like it's so hard.
There's 10.
Yep, I did it. I felt pretty confident. It was... Well, I don't want to tell you my whole ranking.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
I don't care. I honestly don't care.
This one was near the bottom, but it was better than... I'll tell you what it was. It was better than the first prequel, and it was...
Okay.
Ooh, I don't believe that.
No? You don't think this was better than Phantom Menace?
The first Star Wars prequel is about crunching numbers and stuff and trade agreements.
It's so boring.
That's the stuff that gives Shipwreck an erection. So it's
I appreciate they were at least creating worlds, and they at least came up with some good like Qui-Gon. I like that character.
No.
Yeah, but he never did. I mean, is it weird that he never came back as a Force ghost? Like, weren't we all expecting that, and that never happened?
Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
So he's fine.
Who did you think I said?
I was thinking of that dude with the wings, who was the
Watto. Watto's fantastic as well.
Hey, you know me.
Horrible fucking
What
movie.
do you want to buy?
All of these. The key to this is all of these are characters I can name.
What
Well, I can't.
What are you gonna buy?
I can't.
You want to buy the droid Padres droid.
You can name Han Solo
Shabbat
and
Shalom.
Chewbacca. Yeah, he was wearing a yarmulke in the movie, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
He had wings and a yarmulke.
It's what George Lucas thinks of Jews. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying that's what George Lucas thinks of Jews.
Solo is better than that. It's also...
Han Solo. Okay. Sorry.
It's also, to me, like less... It was almost like watching nothing in a way. Like it's just,
it's
right.
Well, that's sort of a Ron Howard thing, though, isn't it? Isn't that like a the Ron Howard style?
Visually, no, because Ron Howard's movies usually they look good. At least they're colorful. They're at least visually interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but they're not. They're usually just like, I saw that movie. I think I liked it, but I don't quite remember that much about it.
I'm not sure, but I think they were going for this whole Wizard of Oz thing where you're starting off in the dark place where you're unhappy, and so the movie looks very dark. Wizard of Oz was obviously black and white. That's not going to fly in a Star Wars movie.
They definitely wanted it to look different than Star Wars.
So the first half hour of the movie is even the scenes that are outside, everything is dark and it's hard to see the characters. It's hard to know what's going on because you don't even know who's talking. And I saw it in 3D, which even makes the whole thing darker. It's even the way they light it. It's weird. Everything looks to be lit from like the back of the stage.
Yeah, it's all backlit.
Yeah, and it's like, so I can't see anybody's face. And like there's one, like the main bad guy, I assume he's in the trailer, right? I don't know. Or the commercial. Some guy
he's in the commercials. Now that I've seen it, I know who he is, but I don't know that I would have known him
as a bad guy. Well, there's a guy with stripes on his face, and I'm trying to see, like, are those scars? Are they birthmarks? Is it paint? And it's just so dark. All the lights are behind everybody. we're at the point now where I judge these movies by how much they. I don't want to use the offend word because I'm not obviously offended by any Star Wars movie, but by how much they distract me from how I remember Star Wars and how it sort of how the story resonates with me and just the story in general. And this,
I think that's a big issue coming into Solo is that we've all had 30 years to kind of fill in the pieces here.
right.
So unless they filled them in the same way you did, you're naturally coming in with, well, this isn't how this happened. Like it's just like they have to somehow like do a better job of filling it in than you did when you like over the past 30 years. They didn't do that for me.
No.
On this.
No. Just we'll talk about it
time,
more.
It's like we're not talking about spoilers here. We'll do that later. But at the same time, I think I would have enjoyed this more if this was just totally new characters and they could have had a few more liberties.
Well, that was going to be my one question is could this have worked? Because I was wondering that just when they first announced it, even like would this movie have worked if it had nothing to do with any characters you do about?
Yes, it would. I agree with Shipwreck that it would have been better because they could have just really run with it. They wouldn't have felt the need to shoehorn all these things that they think we want to know, like how Han Solo got his last name or how we came up with Chewie as Chewbacca's nickname. The dice, like enough. Too much dice. I don't care about the dice anymore. Stop showing me dice. Who gives a shit about the dice? I never even noticed the dice.
Does his license plate say fresh?
Dude, let me tell you something. I've watched the original trilogy. I can't tell you how many times from since they came out till adulthood till today. Countless numbers of times. Do you know how many times I've ever thought about the dice or even noticed the dice in the movie?
They're like in one scene.
Never.
In one scene in one movie ever.
They became weirdly important in the last 2 movies.
But they're not important. They're still dumb. Like it doesn't do anything.
Well, that's just it. It's like they made you think of they pointed them out so it wouldn't seem weird in the movie you just saw.
I'm pretty sure they did nothing in this movie too.
Exactly.
It's just stop. It's too much dice. And
I don't need to see Han Solo's keychain.
No, I just don't care. The great thing was though I saw it. I saw it in a big ass theater, and there were only 3 other people in the theater with me, and none of them were sitting anywhere near me. So I just have total like Cape Fear moments where I would just laugh out loud at inappropriately, and it was glorious. It was really like living out my fantasies. I'm gonna have to do this more often, but I was bored during it. So
it's surprisingly boring for an action-filled movie.
Yeah.
It's a competent movie too. Like I wouldn't come away from it saying, "Hey, this is a bad movie." It's just like an all right movie. Like it's an action thing that it kind of goes through some set pieces that you kind of know how they're going to play out, and then it gets interesting in the final 20 minutes or so, I would say. Like it picks up all of a sudden.
I admit that I wanted to at least, I had made it that far. I wanted to know how it ended, but I was pretty bored for the first at least hour and 20 minutes.
The last 20 minutes are pretty good though, right? Like,
I was interested.
The last 20 minutes are like, okay, this is a fun things are happening. Something is happening.
Somebody turned the lights on at some point in the last 20 minutes. I could see. It was, okay. Let's move on. We'll do spoilers.
Move on. They'll talk about it later.
No, we'll talk about it at the end of the show. I started watching Barry. I don't think I mentioned this before.
That's funny. I also started watching Barry. I watched like 4 episodes.
That's what's Will Arnett, right?
No.
The other guy. I always get it wrong.
I'm not going to tell you. I know his name.
Fuck.
I just like to hear you say other names.
It's
James
Bill Hader.
That is correct.
Yes. Okay. I'm so proud of myself. It's on HBO. He plays a hitman who decides that he's going to become an actor. I've only watched the first 3 episodes.
Okay.
Or 2 episodes. I don't know. But it's funny and enjoyable. They're, 22 minutes long, I think.
Yeah, it's nice. I like that they move.
Mm-hmm. It's good. Well done.
Yep.
I heard it gets really good, so.
I watched that Steve Martin Short comedy special also on Netflix.
Oh, was it good?
It is good. You should watch it. You'll like it.
Okay. I like, we're old. We like those.
I know. No, you'll like it. You'll like it a lot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's worth watching.
Before we do a quick kind of read this bitches, just want to give a shout out to YouTube for removing the video of me and Ty taking a bath that's been there for 10 years. Really doing a great job. Thank you very much. It had, it was, I don't think I have another copy of it anywhere. Like I maybe it's on a hard drive somewhere. I don't know, but I can't even get, like they said, oh, you have 7 days so that you can, I don't know, look at it. And I could obviously use a third-party site to download it, but it was immediately unavailable to me. So, and I appealed it.
Revenue you were pulling in off of it.
No, I don't need nothing. And I appealed it, and I had lost pretty quickly. So, thanks YouTube for deleting my history.